Itamakskanaatoni, good morning. It is Sunday, April 8th, 2018, in the lunar cycle Sspopiikimi, the latter part of the lunar cycle. It's a week past Easter. Almost into the last winter moon. Sspopiikimi, the frog moon. And I'm out here at Sspopiikimi doing my usual Sunday morning thing. No students this morning. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's 7 degrees below zero and we got a bunch of snowfall late afternoon yesterday and through the night. This is a fresh snow cover out here. I was gonna consider kind of looking for egg caches, maybe even wading out to the big river island, but you know, good luck finding egg caches in this blanket of snow. It's not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna take my usual walk around and see what's going on this morning. There's evidence here. The deer from the forest main have come up, moved out onto the golf greens perhaps. I can see some geese out there. Little flock of geese from the river, I think, out there on the golf greens. But yeah, take a walk around, see who's here today. I know the migration continues in spite of the cold and the ice and the snow. Here you can see the Sspopiikimi, the geese that gathered out here on the golf greens. This is really not typical goose behavior for this time of year. In fact, you know, looking out at the pond, there's really only a couple of goose couples who are sitting and claiming their territories. You know, there's the one that we saw that I showed at the very opening, and then there's this couple out here by the duck blind. That's about it. So we saw before that there were lots of geese coupling up on the pond as we moved toward the full moon when they were supposed to be laying eggs. But now that that's passed and winter's still very much here, I don't know. Maybe the geese have gone back to their clans for the most part. Gone back to the winter clans. Will they break back out into couples when this weather finally breaks? It's an interesting question. I have no idea. It's unprecedented. Never seen this happen before, so we'll find out. Little porcupine in the owlwood, and you can hear the Sspopiikimi, the black-capped chickadees singing. I've also heard a few house finches along the way. These bulberries, this time of year, they would be flowering already in a typical year. Yeah, they'd be flowering right now. The honeybees would be out on them. And they do have a, I don't know if the camera picks it up really, but they do have kind of a vibrance to them right now. Like I can tell that they're waiting to pop. They're really ready. These buds are just itching to pop. Yeah, we'd also be seeing, what would we see? Moss phlox would be in flower right now. Might get some, probably some yellow bells maybe. It'd be a little bit early for yellow bells, but definitely the moss phlox would be open. Crocus, you know, typical, the prairie crocus. A lot of people look for those this time of year. And we'd be seeing some insect life. Quite a bit actually would be, insects would be coming out, the ants would be out, some beetles would be starting to move around. Lots of spiders, especially the little wolf spiders hunting on the ground. Yeah, not this year. Pretty wild. Coyote out there on the pond, probably looking for egg caches. It's that time of year for them to be sweeping the wet meadows. Here's the big river island, still accessible by ice, as you can see here, and testified through the coyote or deer tracks or whoever it is that went through here. And hardly a goose resident around. Just a very few. There is a couple out here and a couple right down here below me on the ice. And again, this is super atypical for this time of year. This is one of the kind of communal nesting islands for geese. Normally there's at least a dozen nests getting established out there right now. So, yeah, weird year. So that may be it for my morning round. I'm just about to the north end of the pond and back to the parking lot. And it's been a pretty quiet morning, no sighting of the heron. There was some American widgeons out there on the ice back that way, more toward the high level bridge, south end of the pond. Yeah, not a whole lot of excitement out here this morning. Just a really, witnessing the continuation of the ice in the winter, the unseasonable continuation. The winter always goes, there's always snow that hits while the geese are sitting on their nests, but it's nothing like this. In any case, the monitoring continues.